Mhm. And then, interesting that it doesn't let me. Sorry. So disgusting. Anyway, hi all. Welcome back. We continue on with Repurpose. This one was us and the Hammer. Yeah, Amex are the only ones left. So let's see. It's here. I opened the book for me and skimmed a few pages before looking at the summer dance. It seems I went to Utopia and spent all of my time with Mister. We worked together to overcome the trials. I showed Miss that she should value herself as much as her inventions, and together we thrived. Im had a wild adventure getting her robot to work. And in the end, she was the love of my life, the life guiding me through all this uncertainty. To switch. I'm surprised how it is to decide by can't linger on what could have been any longer than this. Why am I stumbling upon my words so much? With a heavy heart, I picked my book. I've made my decision. Well, I made a timeline we have chosen, and I'm sure I established it as the canonical timeline. I had made my decision. There was no backing down now, and I know what it was like to live the life I had in the other books, but you will just have to live with that fact. I handed the book to Cherry, who took it in her hands, and once again, she spread her wings as energy began to swell through the church. The book lifts into her eyes, Cherry's eyes glow white, filling the room with a heavenly glow. I feel the world around me ripple and shake, the energy flowing into and through my body as reality wraps itself around me. I feel my memories fragment and break, but in the place came memories of another time, another life. My eyes are filled with bright light. It feels like my body was being pulled in every direction simultaneously, yet not moving at all. And then apparently there's some kind of party being thrown at the other side of campus, and all the college freshmen were invited. All of them except for me. I would have turned it down. College bars are notoriously about doing and socializing and other adult activities. And I'm not an adult, and they don't treat me like one. So yeah, it would have been nice to at least have been about it. Because it means it's just another night here alone in my room. Again. But that's okay. I don't need all this fun. Isn't that right, Mariah? The ability to enjoy your own company is a valuable skill. It's great to find train activities and hobbies that one can do alone. Well, we can play games together since you're my first friend. Since you're my friend, not first friend. As an AI language, Mara, I don't have feelings or consciousnesses like humans do. I'm here to keep you company to the best of my ability. Do you have a game in mind, or would you like me to suggest some? Sure, go ahead and suggest some fun games. I listened to a robot ramble of some games and just said earlier, maybe one day I'll have real friends. But for now, I just have to learn to fend for myself. As long as I can wear myself, I'll be alright. I heard the loud clap of John's hands reverberate around me, and it was as if the universe shared and mended itself all at the same time. Sorry. Something is wrong with my brain right now. A groan as my vision returned, while in my head, It feels like I had a feeling headache, but my charm and mess of memories were throwing themselves out. I came here because time had looped, and I had chosen. What?
Think.
Wait a minute, how did I end up here? Was I about to head into Utopia? I could swarm. Mates! I was trying to wrap my arms around her, much to her surprise. Michael? What's going on? The last thing I remember is getting into Utopia then. Being back in limo and then being here? It's a long story. Perhaps I can explain. Sherry then explained everything that was happening. The time loops, the memory caps, Lucifer's allegiance. The fact that Utopia was in need of reform. And of course that I chose it above all others. Man, that's a lot to take in. But if everything you says to, then it makes sense that we need to do something to fix Utopia. It's just violence isn't my first choice if another option is available. Trust me, I wish another option was available to us. But to me it's not one to be swayed by logical reason. He lives and breathes his own doctrine. The only way we can bring change to Utopia is going through him. There's no other way. Sadly, I'm in agreement with Lucifer. I'm sick of being walked all over by Dominion. I thought there was a chance of reasoning with the man. Then I would take it. If I thought there was a right chance of reasoning with the man, then I would take it in a heartbeat. Others we are here because this is our last option. Alright, I understand fighting Dominion, but what about the rest of Utopia? I can't imagine how Utopia deserves to be heard like Dominion does.
Listen to this.
I can ease some of your words there. As long as the citizens of Utopia inside of the realm, they are immortal. Depending on the level of damage, they can recover within a few seconds or a few minutes. So the forces hell will not receive the same favor. Any harm that comes to them will remain. It will be in our best interest to fight as quickly as possible to get to Dominion. And once we get to him, we'll need Michael's help in order to take him down. What do you want me to do then? Well, we just need Michael to get to the intersection where Dominion will be. If you can support them on the way there, that would be indispensable. Yeah, but I think I can do that. How long do we have before I attack? I shall summon my forces to Limbo shortly. However, it will take a couple of hours to ensure they are fully prepared for the invasion.
Right on.
Alright, I think I can work with that. Then it is time. With those words, she summoned Thespian and told the tie. I should summon my forces and prepare the portal to Utopia to be opened. Limbo is about to get very crowded. Together, we made a way out of the church towards a relatively open area. Lucy raised the spear and then slammed the bar feet against the ground. There, in the middle of the field, spied an elevator. In and out of it came a blue demon man. Now, if you will please stand aside. He pulls out some kind of gadget and then tosses it out into the field. Then he presses a few buttons on his wristband. The device expands into a massive arc-shaped structure. It comes to life with magic and soon a gigantic portal rips open upon the plains of Limbo. And from it, hundreds if not thousands of demons begin to pour out onto the plains of Limbo. The army appears to be split into 7 different sections, each being led by a head demon in charge. All of them felt strangely familiar, yet I couldn't name them for the life of me. But my instincts told me they were crucial for us to work. That without them, we wouldn't stand a chance against Utopia. Just give me a moment, I just realized the good drive, so. have to manually mute or something. But my instinct told me they were crucial for this to work, that without them we wouldn't stand a chance against Utopia. Soon, Limmer was fit to a brain with an army of demons as far as the eyes could see. I could only imagine how the inhabitants would feel if they saw us. Mid's visit. Man, that's a lot of people. Can I do my I'm nervous about this. My intentions were always meant to help people, not fight them. I agree that things need to change. But violence, outside of movies, anime, and games, it's not been my answer to most problems, you know. Miss, I hold Miss hand in my own. If I hand this mechanical and cold, I'm sure she can sense my warmth. It's not the answer I nor anyone would have wanted, but it's the only one Utopia will answer to at this point. I know, I'm not a total pacifist either. These people have every right to stand up for themselves. The afterlife system is supposed to be fair to everyone. We're supposed to know that the godlike figures themselves. And yet here we are about to fight God like some kind of JRPG final boss. It just makes me realize that bringing Utopia into the modern era was never going to be enough to fix all of its problems. I didn't check this beforehand, so I'm so glad I read Mitz. I was able to read Mitz's characters so much, so well, that I had a fitting title for it. Living to modernize Utopia you with... I did a typo. That's... whoopsie. It makes me feel pretty stupid for choosing Utopia in our timeline in the first place. Hey, no, don't say that about yourself, Mitch. You're the smartest, most beautiful woman I've ever met and will probably ever know. Your heart was in the right place and you wanted to do what made the most sense to you. But Utopia doesn't run on logic or reason. It only cares about the whims of a single man sitting at the very top of the hierarchy. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. And someone like me won't listen to anything but his own egoistical ideas. Mitch says, I hate the decision made on feelings. They're a lot hard to fix if things go wrong. Well, let me make it easy for you. This plus his face equals a happy Utopia. Mitch got a good chuckle out of that. Alright, the math checks out. Wait, because that's as much math as we're going to need for this. It's all we need. A pretty base guy you've met. And the smartest plus so much more, Mitch. Miss Barrett from my person couldn't help us find it adorable. Oh, thanks, Michael. You're the best assistant and bar I've ever had. It's my deep trouble turning to Lucifer for their speech. We were stood before her mass army, smiling brightly before laying her commanding, booming voice addressed the masses. Denizens of hell! The time has come for true liberation and vengeance against Utopia is upon us. None of this would be possible without you being here. Right now, trade in this endeavor. For that, I will be eternally grateful. I must also advise you, it will not be an easy fight. But today, you're an enemy. You face an enemy that knows no death. No matter how much you may harm or maim an angel, as long as they are within the realm of Utopia, they will not die. Not only that, but they will eventually heal from all of the damage you place upon them. And worst of all, you will not receive the same favor. In Utopia, if you fight to your dying breath, you will face through death. Your existence shall be no more, and you will only be remembered for your deeds. That's why it's not something I asked of you kindly. We're not being about the return of family to afterlife. With those of you who have friends or family in Utopia, with those of you who wish to see what the other side is like, we fight today for a greater good. So in the face of an army that knows no death, this love circle will give each and every one of you a secret weapon we have been developing for centuries. If you catch an angel unaware or are able to incapacitate them, strike them with this weapon. You will bind them in a rope that can only be cut by your soul. Focus on capture first and foremost. Once the angel is bound, go for the next. Do not linger, do not torture, do not be needlessly or mercilessly cruel. On anything, you can't let utopia stereotypes of us ring true. We are our own people and we deserve to be treated as such. Get up and prepare to fight. Should anyone suffer severe harm, call for assistance and I, the trooping, or a member of the rescue team shall pull you to safety. Do not needlessly risk death. There is a war speed and attrition. Reduce the numbers without reducing your hours. It is my deepest wish for every single one of you to return to your family, friends and family after this day is over. For everyone in the afterlife, and for everyone who will suffer at the hands of utopia. We shall show him the true power of hell. The crowd was in excitement. A thunderous wave filled limbo as they slammed the ground, cheered and clapped. Already I could see blue demons moving amongst the crowd, wrapping the special device around each soldier's arms one by one. Are you really the only one able to cut the bonds? Well, it's me, a seraphim of equivalent power. And seeing as Trap is on our side, that just leaves to me and powers. Let's say good odds then. Exactly. Utopia won't know what hit them. Now go get yourself ready. And make sure to prepare to have the weapons for you as well. Got it? With the sheer amount of demons that were there was equipped, it took a little while to make sure everyone was all out with the gear. And soon everyone was ready, myself included. There was also some commotion when the rest of the people stuck in limbo stumbled upon what was happening, but Ruben was able to smooth things over. And before any of us knew it, the final bell was upon us. Mr. stood near the front of the army waiting for us to begin. Oh, we're still at the front lines now. I was mostly shaking off my nerves when Mitch finished the last touches on her own preparations.
What's up?
There, finished. Oh, wow. Army. We have the ultimate upgrade for my arm. The hand cam Mark 1. And call it the Mythbuster. How impressed you managed to make that in just a couple of hours. Yeah, I've had the base control of my arm cannon designed for years now. It was just a matter of adjusting it to my current needs. You design an arm cannon, even though you have both arms? Look at Theos inspired by one of my favorite video game characters. Yo, she is actually canonically a Samus character. Besides, the original design was meant to wrap around my arm and transform into a cannon as needed. That just built into my hands. Neat. This version is even better than I would have built on Earth 2. Back there, I was limited to physical mediums, which were essentially had me just shooting canvas, which was way too deadly for my liking. But thanks to Charles, I have access to angelic magic, so now I can shoot orbs of light just like my video game. Have you tested out yet? Just enough to know it works, just angels won't overtake them. But she makes work always puts a smile on my face. I know that with her at my side, anything is possible. But she was here with me, focusing on her was helping me to keep me calm. I moved the front of my shirt and took a deep breath before letting it out slowly. I could feel the magic trying inside my chest, like a raging beast wanting to escape. It knew what was coming, that I was ready to let it out. Fortunately for us, Lucy woke up, looking ready for war. Are you ready? It's I'll ever be.
Right on.
Come in, coach. Men hvad? Jeg gør det med man open the portal. Once it's open, the battle will begin. Be prepared. And a man is not never. Lucy walks off to give the signal and we get into position. I made my way to the very front of the army, hanging before Ines hovers and next to Lucy as she raises spear. Open the gates! The soft sovereign nodded to says, placing the power device from down before being back. Placing the power device down. I don't know where that from came from. In a matter of seconds, the gate grew exponentially until it was large enough to fit the width of the army that was about to charge through it. A magic swell filled every part of the machine, electricity sparking from various discharge ports along its frame. I tightened the grip of my shirt, thinking the magic within me beginning to swell like crazy. I knew what was coming, what was about to happen, but I was more than ready to let it run wild. The wind began to blow as magic filled the center of the power, swaying the entire length of it before the very fabric of space and time began to rip apart. And soon we could see through the portal out to the other side, where an army of angels was waiting for us just beyond its borders. The magic within my chest leapt up, straight to my throat, looking to escape. I put my head back, laying it in my throat, letting the power go in just a couple of seconds, before lurching forward and letting it all out on a single powerful destructive beam. The power poured forth from within my body and reached past the initial defenses of the angel army before reaching its center and exploding with tremendous force. Wind built in all directions as the explosion made the very realm around us, sending the angels flying every direction within Utopia's sacred realm. It took 7 seconds for everything to calm down and for the army behind us to survey the aftermath of my attack. Our path into Utopia was clear, save for few stragglers who now faced the might of his invading army. Charge! The army of hell worked with preparing war cries. They all moved as one. The very ground beneath us trembling as they charged forth, pointing to Utopia by the droves. Neighbors? How the heck did you do that? Not entirely sure. Just felt like I had this beast inside me waiting to escape, waiting to reach its wrath upon Utopia. As soon as the gate opened, it had to escape. I think it might just be part of my powers as Nephilim. I don't fully understand them yet.
Right on.
Sounds like we have a research date in our future then. Good. Nok mit at blive optaget bands of research and dates with an emphasis on the former. Not that I hate that. But we've got a lot to win first. Come on, let's go through me thing. I nod my head and together we charged straight into Utopia, following the rest of the army. The way inside Utopia was fierce. I first had the advantage thanks to my initial pass, but it didn't mean it was going to be an easily won victory. Demons had to work fast to capture the angels so they were out of commission, and it was clear some demons were already starting for the strain of battle. But no one break down. If anything, the more anxious they captured, the stronger the areas of became. It was the very of the biblical tales that were told down the earth. Amidst and I continued our charge into Utopia's steps happening along the way. My powers came naturally to me, as if they'd always been a part of me. I didn't know how to explain it, but when I called for them, they came. A pure force of will against an unkillable foe. Meats for their parts was no slouch. Harm can't decimate anyone that got close, leaving them ready to be wrapped in Lucifer's unbreakable ropes. Man, I never thought people could be so fun. Perhaps I can kill them, but still, Yeah, that feel like I be holding back more of intermediates were permanent. Past the end goal is temporary capture. They were free to go once they're done. Man, can't wish was could be said this way back on off. Something to think about once we finished up here.
Got me there.
Right. Miss Santos the being one of the utopian soldiers has escaped to going to buy enough time to reach and get back into a fight. With same tech, I'm carrying towards the being, started shouting her best way to take the inch out. Miss Holly? Yes! Stop! I shot incredibly past the angel, suddenly jumped in front of me with scan. You have to stop this destruction at once! I think it's principalities. Ja, min svarta sandbäckare simplifierte bara angel. I knew it. The smart thing to do is to give up. There's no stopping to me everything he's done. Here's the truth is built with his world, and as a self of principalities, it's my duty to preserve the truth. Even if it hurts me so. Yes. I don't know if that's actually that much. Like, she does not want to do it, but she's still sense person. Like, this past was like, we didn't care about what the man was doing. Wait, this is a seraphim? Like one of the fragments of God, guys? Seems so. I know if our weapons are strong to capture seraphim, I can tell you one thing, Missy. What we're doing is to be for the greater good of the world, the universe even. If you get off the way, you're going to get hurt. Don't call me Missy. I'm a guy. What? He's very genuine and confirming. Good for him.
My fucking god! These bitches gay! Good for them! Good for them.
Secondly, I won't. I simply won't. Can't bear witnessing the most brilliant human to have set foot into utopia become then herself from its blessing. Perhaps you have to remember all the good that you've brought into utopia upon succeeding the trials. The knowledge bring us in especially that it was our time and you were destined to get in. Even within the nicely dressed desires that Dominion has created for utopia, you are a beacon of true hope for alignment within utopia. Hey, hang on. That's what Dominion has been doing is wrong? I did not say
I can't believe
why haven't you done anything to stop him? Champion dive with Triceratops, but the man always ends up getting his way. When God takes a road that affects utopia as well, we are always outdo it. The man managed to experience the odds of him every time that his word is gospel. The core has been biased towards Dominion's favor since the day its fed phones was put into position, perhaps even earlier than that. But without proper phones, Dominion hasn't been kept in check. That's what we're trying to do now. Hold Dominion accountable and bring positive change to Afterlife. It's useless, pointless even. So I say it's outright stupid. Okay, people have the new afterlife. Its history has shown that you will be met with failure. So I swim by winners in the end. If that history is filled with foul lies and manipulation. Lies, let alone manipulation, is something I'll never be okay with. When it comes to the cold up facts, the proven truth is all I will accept. When powers my barriers, the tattoo on this began to shimmer and glow. And they move on to rescue the event, I used to be just like you. I won't make my same book paper. I a simple description without episode 5 in its words. My lab is very fast for knowledge. Could be quenched. Wasn't no oasis for this sorts of naivety. Where one could find themselves lost in the world and never go thirsty. But that was just an illusion, a fanciful dream I also wanted to live in. See, even by this glazed glass can be laced with poison. But yet, we must survive regardless. Please wake up from this dream and face reality. So life is better than dying for the truth. And someday, you come to stomach its taste. The magic wound on Paradis' arms began to weeply glow and swarm right before I raised his hand and pointed in our direction. At the same time as Smith's arm cannon began to glow with angelic energy as well. The two fired at the same time, angelic bursts of light flying through the air faster than I could see, both crashing into each other before I could react. Boom! Two blasts of energy erupted into a cacophonous blast that shook the very ground we stood on. In the haze of the smoke, Mitch turned to me with the gun signaled at me. It was a black but since well enough to execute a plan. At blast speed, the two of us emerged from the smoke on opposite sides of the Paradis. Mitch aiming her arm cannon and me throwing my sword and shield. Unfortunately for us, the Seraphim seemed bare-faced by maneuver. His arms were moving into position to aim at both of us. Fired by a barrage of stairs, flying through the air straight at us. Fortunately for me, I have a shield blessed by another Seraphim. Hurried up the blast strikes and managed to ricochet off. We can still feel the tremendous power behind us. The power is no slouch in terms of power, as one would expect from a fragment of God. Let's throw apart is firing a cannon on full auto, with bursts of angelic light hanging straight at the Seraphim. She manages to avoid getting a direct hit from any of Principality's attacks with her own counter attacks. The Seraphim having to consume just enough magic to form a barrier to protect her from Mid's attacks. Sorry, buddy. However, despite playing both options, defenders' fences, the Seraphim doesn't try any side of slouching down. And if anything, it looked like he's quickly adapting to our strategy and is trying his magic faster. Even with him pinned that he won't be able to win at this fight. I need part of the big guns. As I think of what to do, I can feel power swaying within my chest as strange yet familiar as found bubbling to the surface. Despite if I don't understand, Lucifer personally trained me. If I don't remember. Yes, I trusted that my body knows what I'm doing better than I do. Bring the power sway within me. I trust and let it run wild. Feel the temperature in my body's skyrocket. My hands ignite with a golden flames and I step forward, thrusting both them forward and trying all of my power straight at the Seraph. The barely turns and knows what's happening, just as a torrent of golden flames before rushing straight at him. Royal magic, he was shining at midst in the substance appears to me and rushes to form a barrier just as the flames collide with him. He's grabbed by a direct blast of the flames, but it looks like it's taking his concentration to keep the flames at bay. Good, I have to pass the assault on as midst is clearly marking some rapid adjustments to the arm cannon. The flames are out in my hands, but I have to keep going. Give me time. He merely sees the Paradis. It looks like he's figuring something out. I can't let him plan. I urge my body to move forward in another surge of powerful flames erupt from within me. Break the entire bit of my body in flames. Come on. I know this isn't enough to be. I just have to aim enough for. Yes, I can see me. She's getting position. I'm confident. Her arm rests with a bright light and gets up enough amount of energy before firing a huge blast with the Principalities. Before a blast could connect, I stopped my fire and raised my shield for the upcoming blast. Principalities' eyes fire and he turns just a blast would hit him. The very air around me quakes as the shockwave crashes into my shield and I can feel pushing me back. God damn it! When she puts her mind to something, she can be absolutely devastating. The blast fire begins to settle down. The sound of scattered debris slowly landing around us as I peek out from over my shield. It's hard to see throughout the smoke, but I can't tell if Mitch won or not. You know, nothing can kill him, but if it's weak enough for us to bind him, then wait, what? Smoke like there's a being there. A similar shape of Principalities, yet so completely different and ethereal. What did I just excellent best? Okay, it doesn't seem like I fucked something up. As if cloud made of magic had been given the shape of a being. But was it the Principal's tool for him? I admit, even knowing everything about you that I do, I did not think you could push me to take my tool from. But now that you have, all hope of victory has been lost. It didn't wait for him to finish talking. Charging up her arm, Karen found Terry blessed at him. And those shots were been directed. I did not feel straight for his body like it wasn't even there. But it's useless. In his form, I am intangible. There's nothing you can do to me fair. And if it's a manifestation of all known knowledge in the cosmos gives shape. In his form, I'm barely a peasant. My construct from which knowledge can continue to be formed. So it was over before it even began. I suppose by something that we can't even hit. With fires that finger of his flashy, the ghostly seraphim rushed straight towards Smith, who fires off several bullets in a desperate attempt to defend herself. As long as each ball of magic flashed straight through him. But Prince Paradise, and he's on top of her in an instant. Mitz! Ah, hey, get off me! I'm afraid this is my only option left now. Can't let you come to harm, so I will use my magic to possess you. We'll take you some stay out of harm's way. When the war is over, I will shoot at the men will take mercy on you. The Prince Paradise, I fear for his soul, consuming me, sounding completely as she struggles to be free. Shit, but what can I do? There's be somewhere I can free her from Prince Paradise's grasp, but how? As the pain trying to figure something out, Miss begins to move. Yes, sir, I'm coming up and begins charging. What are you doing? You know it's impossible to harm this from. So I can't help, but you seem to have forgotten one thing. Impossible, I remember all things. Because if possible, for of this. No, you wouldn't. My arm cannon absorbs the entire John and send it into my ammunition. His arms can begin to glow by and by as the saturated blips up my mouth the angelic energy from my surroundings. Maybe the angelic energy of Prince is a fury form. And since you're nothing but that energy now, it's up our you to create an ultimate place. Are you crazy? That much energy will kill you. I can't do it. I've already died once for stupid reasons. At least this way, we will prepare a future for everyone. Oh, please, I don't want to die. This is too crazy. It's just glass at me inside. So I always can't rush this decision. But you have to be rash when you're fighting God. I took a step forward as we try my means to stop here. I'm clicked in it fast. The moment I escaped was severing the light blinding. A beam of iridescent angelic energy fired in the sky. A beam so bright that it pierced the very heavens itself. The sky moved out of the way of a beam, taller than any skyscraper, brighter than any light. A beam of hope and salvation in a world where it seemed impossible for any one person to change everything. So bad that I couldn't even look at it directly, with my shield and arms to cover my face as the beam saturated everything. And finally the beam began to wither, slow and fade. We were vanishing out sky, doing the devastation that world with its fang. I could see the moment I had control of my sense, look at where Mitz had been. Mitz! He cried, rushing up to where she had been standing. Nothing visible but a steaming cloud of thick smoke where she had been standing. My heart firing in my chest, I could hear every footstep as my feet slammed against the ground. Please be okay, please be okay, please be okay. I cried out, God. The more I could see a faint outline through the smoke. As I finally approached, the smoke became clear and I first saw Prince Barris back in his uniform, lying on the ground in clear bad shape. I couldn't see me at first and began to feel the worst. My crane came from under Prince Barris and it slowly began to emerge. Oh shit, that was way more intense than I expected. Mitz! Said my arm around the poor close and tacked hard against freezing. It was scared she hadn't died. When I raised over there, she was okay. Only and I fucked my exercise. You laughed and I could made me ease up and let it go. Are you okay? Are you hurt, Emma? Oh, she let out a cough. Emma is a tender. Let me tell of this blood boy. The arm came missing. I think the blast is what my aunt said. We don't have time to make a replacement. Hey, I'll take it over. you being there at least. What were you thinking? That was so dangerous. So I can't realize how dangerous it was first. It was too late to stop it. I can't just went with it, you know. Because this is not a YOLO moment. Sorry.
Actually.
No, I'm surprised I'm not more damaged than I am. I should have been cooked alive. That would be my doing. Ow. He wolf jumped as Prince Barrislow got up, bowing his head tenderly. I just couldn't let you die like that. Use my body to shield you from the worst of the best. I couldn't save you, my little hand. Well, thank you, I guess. Like, I was defying them or... No, I don't have the energy left to fight. You sucked it out of me. I still think what you're trying to do is pointless. The man won't change his face, and he's far stronger than I am. It would be way if you were able to change Utopia for the better. We do. In fact, we do. In fact, we have to. But how? You're right that this is what we felt we banned. Utopia has had to fail once in the past. But also parents were focused on two key figures. Because they found love. On their own, they didn't have the power to fight them in. But we're not alone in this fight. Not only do you have Lucifer, you also have Cherubim, with the entire armies of hell and any angel wing to join our side. If you two want to see Utopia change for the better, then why not join our side? What? Think about it, the problem you've always faced is being outnumbered and outvoted. If you were on our side, we'd have preserved him. The odds have never been more in your favor than ever before. Sure, change is always going to be a gamble, but odds are in our favor this time. So why not? Won't you try us? His brother was quiet for a moment, thinking it over. It looked like the realization was having him. He thought it over before slowly nodding his head. Yeah, right. If you have more self in my side, then it doesn't matter what the man says or does. We have our own power to fight him. I guess despite knowing everything, I've been the one who was short-sighted. Something glasses. Book smarts and street smarts are different smarts are different skills at the end of the day. Just because you know everything doesn't mean you know how to apply that knowledge. We should start to learn though. You come in to me, I try and use it. Happy to have you aboard. She was out to say. Prince Barry's hand with a spam. We were really seeing what she was doing, but to a good hand. The Barry's man took me his hand, the two shook on it. Thank goodness. I was worried it was going to end far worse than it did. But it looks like things ended as best as they could. We seemed to be thinking about something, though, and as she let go of Prince Barry's hand, she asked a question. And hey, before I published, I was curious about something. You know, it's one trans person to another. Huh? What? You know, gender conformity isn't required, but don't you feel any despise a guy with such big, you know? It's more than we feel good tend to us Prince Barry's exceptionally large bus. I mean, yeah, sometimes, but we have much joy like most angels do. The knowledge of the entire use is stored in my very body. It has to go somewhere. Put it in your ass. My human form, this is just the most natural looking way to manifest it. I still have a second thought of where it is and torso. So as much as it is for us, we can be born. I just don't know which way is the most comfortable. And that just happens to be there. I gave it best just as more balance to demonstrate. No, I know it's really stored in the boots. The expense with it as well. It couldn't have what Boy asked me. I thought I could see she was smiling. That I get disappointed losing fake. And I can't get me just cause I get smarter. Best back up to it. We couldn't Utopia though. What? It is very sending to a principality angel. If you do your probably not don't be captain and look you desire, but you can store knowledge wherever you want. I have 3 copies still in the booths. Something to keep in mind, I guess. It's between bigger pack your best also dream. Focus, mind, focus. Now is the time for action, not honey. Repurpose said we need to get back to the site. Bye bye, of course. Can you see girl the fellows I think might be willing to listen to your plight. It's as he says, if they were, was half and being stand up to the minute that there's actually a chance we might change things to good. Yeah, if we can convince them, then that'll be forced half him as a safe. With numbers like that, there's no way the man could stop us. Principally extended his things flung into the air. Please be safe, you two. Can I imagine how much big the future will be if you fall here? With that, he flew off into the distance. Convinced the path to me is clear. Let's go kick some ass. With a shockwing, we turn one deeper into Utopia, head straight from where Lucy told us to meet her for a final battle. My fault wants me that. I'm so sorry if the Comstock was. Wait. Okay, here it is. Wasn't much longer before we after the agreed upon meeting place. Seeing Lucifer and Jerry waiting for us near inner sanctum of Utopia. Seems that after battle with Prince Paris, we'd mostly been left alone by other forces of Utopia, which was a bit of a blessing.
Well.
Mitch, Michael, they are right on time. I see you ran into some trouble along the way. Unfortunately, Prince Paris often tried to get in a van and ended up losing my arm in the fight.
Oh.
Prince Paris? Oh my gosh, and you came out to my arm? More like, came out unarmed? If that's not enough, the door try to look down. Well, he tried to convince us to give up the fight, but we wouldn't back down. Bills managed to convince him to only have to change all of his energy through a gun and blasting it off into the air. That does explain the huge amount of energy I felt earlier. Fortunately for you, Montgomery predicted something like this might happen and gave me a backup just in case. So I reached behind us and seemed to pull the spars. Spare by a guy from thingy. With it up with a bright smile on the face.
You got me there.
Oh, yeah, this is perfect. I won't be defenseless to the Dominion phase. She grabbed the arm and dashed it quickly, tearing her up, and soon she had functioning robotic arm again. I actually think that shows like she has two different arms, like depending on what you chose. It sounds have to. I can't seem to find any screenshots I took. I guess it's then like. But yeah, this gets you a chance to see our other one depending on your placement. She grabbed the arm and then checked it. Quickly getting it set up and soon she had a functioning robotic arm again. Yeah, we go, goes near. If I was right then. The talent built that towards the stairs behind her.
Listen to this.
These stairs led to the Quasino's sanctum. And the minute it's in there, I can feel him. And let's not keep him waiting any longer. Yeah, the big man's fire going down. We done well in our fight against principalities. I know the man was in a league again all his own. In fact, Lucifer tried me to pick me up. I was feeling confident about my chances and more than anything, I wanted to pay him back for fighting the people I loved. And I only put in my chest. Refusing to wait any longer, I took the first step and began to run up the stairs towards the cross in the sanctum. We ran up the stairs as fast as we could, our feet stamping down with purpose on each step. With repurpose. From the top of the stairways, at the end of all of this, was a final battle. As the top of the stairs came into sight, I saw one final pair of closed doors. One last obstacle between me and him. I went straight up to the doors. Pressed my leg, kicked them open. Dominion. Standing on the other side of the room, staring down into his glass, there was a rare man who had tried to kill me. The man who had fallen and thereafter I into chaos. The minute if I didn't take him down here now, would destroy everything I had dear. I just realized if I could pause. I don't know if it's just because if the thing, keep the thing on trusting ventilator mode that cost me the food runners, so I had to go. Hey, demanded I didn't take him down here and there. But I sweat everything I had dear. He didn't wake to me, not first. I saw us wearing his drink before taking a sip of it. And sighing. So it could have been so simple. You get someone just a reincarnation system, and then things go back to normal. But no! Someone in the core had to create an FM and make them take the test. They were said to come out of its hole for the first time in centuries, and I still don't know where the rat is hiding. And yeah, it's a little bit bad right up to my very doorstep. I see, I'm bare playing by rules if they shoot the rest of the core. They should just do what I say from the beginning and thank me for giving them all in this crazy world. You're so full of shit, dude. Pardon me. You heard me. The heart and diet to just being. It's nothing but bullshit. I got here, I of course graduated towards going to utopia because, not just because it was the heaven with me talk about big enough, but because the technology was behind the times. I love fucking a good project making the world a better place with it than I thought.
Actually,
I thought I was going to making utopia a better place with my projects. Maybe that part was different too. But what I forgot about the true matter was improving the mindsets of the people who lived here too. The man was quiet, just glaring at me as she spoke. I assumed maybe wrong for her. It's utopia before we figured out how the equity problem. It could be come from all walks of life regardless of where class, race, age or background. But now you've made me realize the truth. Utopia doesn't care about making people happy. It cares about making you happy. By surrounding yourself with the people you think welfare of your utopia. It isn't the aim I respect enough, it is just
I can't believe you.
because of a despotic king. I refuse to be anyone's serf. Damn it! That's that me with a smile down, return us with enthusiasm. But the comrades of the previous loops, Mist was Dominion's favorite. The one where he had always intended to allow into utopia no matter what. The problem to is that she rejected the utopia and that's a thing. I am so very disappointed in you, miss. I had such high hopes for you. It's only that nerve been sent to limbo. That's my biggest regret as you serve him. To see how much they brainwash, It's envy. I've not given up on you yet. After this is over, we will farm you personally. And you should be Utopia's most important, perfect asset once again. You. Saying that to black transformer is... I hope... I hope this fucking dies. Dude can't die, but dodge him. I hope his dodge is the worst. He can never come here. His grimace as person couldn't help but China. I didn't like the way he talks about us. If he feels inconsent, they may on the subject. There's no way Mitch would ever bring go back to this idea of utopia and that everything had happened. If I could say another word, I would step forward and make a voice known.
Listen to this.
It's over dominion. Utopia's under his control, and you're the last man standing on a throne of lies. You're surviving peaceful. That will make sure your first 1,000 years of imprisonment are at least somewhat comfortable. And the man laughed at it. Such petulance. We've gone past the ancients and you the other seraphim. But I'm still as strong as being out of the equation. When we are slow. No trials of a lot no longer. The man moved his hand to face me, and just quickly lifted and up and around me, placing their hands upon my shoulders. As if at the energy flowing through me as I raised my own hand, just as the man's power exploded forth. One flash replied, when bursting forth as our energies collided. The fear and vibration by the power and might of the man bearing down upon my image. His power is raging, intense and so much more powerful than anything I could imagine. My only saving grace was being supported by 2 seraphim, allowing my energy to push back and fight back. You've got this magic, come on, I believe in you. Mitz was cheering me on. I couldn't let her down now. I ground my heel into the floor beneath me and used her love as a fuel for my determination. Dominion glared at us, growling, hissing between his teeth as we managed to hold him back. It was glad that this wasn't how I expected this to go at all. Cherubim, you idiotic traitor. You're dooming Utopia to being destroyed. Utopia was destroyed long ago, Domin, with your own hands. I was blind and unable to accept this proof of what you had done to our world. When Lucifer fell, I just stood decided against you.
Oh.
Cherry. Now it's time for me to make this right, fix the wrongs Utopia committed. And it starts with taking you down. Foolish. Foolish. Idiotic. Moronic. Childish. You two think this was best for the core? Mingling with the unworthy? You may be able to think, but they're nothing compared to us. We are what they call God, because we are everything. They can choose to be worthy of our attention, but they can never be our equal. They can never leave creation to the winds the way we do. They are but insects, less than insects. Their given kindness is a blessing greater than they ever deserve. I will not let you ruin us, for we are creation itself. We are God. The man's fear burst forth with tremendous power, and the force of his power pushed back against us. I felt my arms shrivel and pop in agonizing pain, making me hard as I forced my powers beyond the limit to stop him from destroying us. Lucifer and Chopin grit their teeth but pumped my energy into me. Soothing some of the pain as the room welled and took from the intensity of the clashing powers. Everything that boiled down had long since been destroyed. Gathered to the winds as the very was on us began to be torn apart. It was lost. I could have not seen it. Dominia's manipulation has always run deep, Cherry. So long as you see it now, that's all that matters. And now focus, we have to defeat him. Right. Equip my defense to aim strike against the tremendous power of Dominion. I could feel how much power was being forced through me. I couldn't believe the man was keeping up. Just how much power did he wield? I set my stance and pushed as hard as I could, home to gain some ground. We couldn't lose here. Not like this, not after coming so far. We just need a little more. And God! Everyone was full of but clearly remained of the walls are exploding to sharpness. As a large mechanical rat burst forth into the room. What? The man was stunned for just a second. Dummy as a giant mechanical rat being glowed. A deep crimson red version straight at him. One of the rat's arms transformed into a whirling blade of death as it came crashing down on top of the man. The man only barely managing to form a fresh bearing time to collide with it. Sparks of energy rained down from where the blade stuck and cut into the man's energy. They are different to the barricade, pulling a strain on the man. The man, of course, returned full attention to make a red suit pouring down on him. The time has finally come! You shall be destroyed for everything you have ever done. It's time for the original sinner to fall! What's machine word? The being from its seams as the spinning saw of death persuades stopping came crashing down several times hard against the minute barrier. I wasn't letting this opponent go to waste here. I would channel Lucifer and Charles' energies as well, concentrating hard on the man and thankful for set the man. The man quit his teeth swing clear on his face. He was being pushed back and forth in a tight position. Red Sands right toward the barrier, swung against the combined efforts. We were winning, this was it. I have had enough! The man was power exploding out in a furious rage. The room was engulfed in a bright white light, blinding me as I squeezed my eyes shut, doing everything in my power just to shield myself from the sheer intensity of it all. Lucifer and Chewie went back quick to take the barrier. She asked from the intensity of the blast as the very sanctum of the core was blessed away in a mere instant. When the light had finally faded, I slowly opened my eyes, wishing that where we had been was completely and utterly gone. It was less than rubble. I looked around, making sure everyone was okay. Miss, are you okay? Miss said swallowing her breath barely clear from the whole experience.
You gotta be friggin' kidding me!
Holy shit! Seeing explosions and puffs before, but that's what it's like to see a new car? It's the sort of thing as I imagined. Oh, thank goodness you're okay. With my hand out for which she gracefully talking, I have down to her feet. I gave her a big hug, which she returning cat, cracking my back in the process. Once she let go, we turned to try and figure out what the current situation was. There was when I noticed Lucifer and Jerry up into the sky in horror. I followed the gaze, looking up into the sky. There the man floated, panting, growling, anger filling his entire being. And like that thought had been pirating in his head, crashing a shell of his former self. You vermin dare to trifle with God! Oh, he was definitely pissed. He dropped the Mac and crashed lightly against the cloudy ground. What? Lucy quietly pushing past us to the wreckage. Lucy quickly reached the hip of me and with a desperate struggle, it pulled apart, beating the injured man's eyes. That's a thank goodness you're alive. Did anyone get the number of the bus that hit me? She was being glad to yes. I was alive at least. Pinky was trying to smoke you out, going for every loop again to figure out where you were hiding in that vast nasty limbo. Only for you to come straight to me yourself. Swim hard closer to the ground. During gossip trials and Lucy as she guided the man with the body. Stand down, Lucifer. You got nothing to stand in my way. It's about time I eradicated the best who caused outages in the first place. No, I will never let harm come to Adam. Your hatred of him has always been misplaced. He has never done any harm to you, and you've never cared about what happened in Limbo. So he was never the problem with the afterlife. It was only ever you, Dominion. You're the cancer that resides in creation. I mean, it's quiet that I climbed Lucy. You hit the fight to kill a core. What happened to you haven't to all saw for V1? If only you hadn't chosen this Emma, if only you had chosen another of the core. If this would have happened. Rest love is none of your fucking business, Dominion. It may have been more long ago, but it's lit we became our own beings. We choose what we do. We live in who we are. We love. You wouldn't know that, would you? I've never been in love with anyone in your entire existence. Remember right that going down at Lucy? Yeah, quite. We're slowing down for my best to swear at saying there. He said to me and stared at him until I started violent with realization. You love me? Think you will was to go every deeper. Find the truth. You could never see the truth that was right in front of your eyes. Oh, laughably stupid. Father's kid in him front. You were by far the least qualified. The man raised his hand and made straight as Lucifer and what? The Messiah saw a movement from Cherry. Lucifer, catch! You held up before throwing something. Then Lucifer looked in town before Lucy caught would have been thrown. The golden apple. The man's eyes widened as his face began to contort in anger. No! Shouted twice, Lucy turned and shoved the apple into Yode's mouth. The man fired his energy. The best of pure self-him energy ripped for utopia and bursting bearing as the energy of engulfed Lucy and what? The eruption of energy exploded, causing me to raise my arms to block my face as smoke and wind rushed past us. As the explosion began to say, I lowered my arm, looking on in horror. The Lucy and husband was the bearing smoky cradle. When we finished smoke, I saw a quickly of electricity. Followed by bright light erupting from the hole. The being in the shape of a man rose from the ground into the air, electricity crackling around them, bolts of lightning crashing into the grass. The man stepped back, crying with anger as the electricity crashed down all around us. And the man then lowered his back to the ground. Found and the light began to dim revealing. What? He was hunched, but he looked different. His hair was slicked back, the eyes on his eyes were gone. The back on his eyes were gone. His eyes looked sharp. A bright smile filled his face. His rope began falling off. You filthy fucking rat. No, minion. Oh my. And since I saw the disgusting face of yours, him laughed as he ran and was here. His well-being seemed to sparkle from his glory. Oh, this is perfect actually. He can finally kill you as it was intended. You decided to get in a bit. You did love that, you snake. First to finish the spell once and for all. But first, the entire spectrum in much too shocked before kneeling down to where the smoke was going. The lay down into the cold and burned scarce and rash from the man's attack. Bear moved to spare, able to lift her head up to look at them with smile at her. He lifted his hand up and gently caressed her face before moving back out of the way so he could look into her eye. Thank you for protecting me, my love. Now let's get you somewhere safe. Then Lucy couldn't help but smile for him. A tear won't down her cheek upon seeing him. The man placed his arms gently on their boy and picked up, carrying her like a princess as she leaned against his boy. And just where you think you're going? I think I'm going to let you walk away. No, I'm not running from you, not anymore. I'm just taking Lucy on myself. And then Tiny walked over towards us, the man watching the whole time. As the man grabbed his teeth, his hand tightening into a fist as we shook. Then laid Lucy gently down on the ground, hanging over and using her and she just started here. And then turned to me with a smile. You must be Michael. I know we've technically met before, but I still feel like it's a proper for me to introduce myself. I'm not quite sure when I'm as forced, you see. So I'd like to get to know you more. This isn't really the time for it. Sally, you're right. We can't talk more once it's all over though. Robin, look after Lucy for a moment. Right. Cherry continued to focus on hearing Lucy, while the man died trying to face the menu. Adam held out both of his hands and put crackle of electricity, crackle of light and electricity. He slammed two sickles into his hand. Oh, well, you can do it. The poor serpent makes humans temporarily being akin to them. Once the power fades, it's the effect of destroying the mind. Oh, so that's why. Seeing the food was a useful mistake, but not of my own design. Sneak to me if it wished to set Lucifer's side, needed to become like them and that the food was alive. It did, but only temporary. And after I was ousted from Utopia, it aided my mind for years, even after my death. It have kept me stable enough to not turn into a gasp, despite my long years, but one thing never left my mind. I raised one of his sickles and pointed at Dominion, getting revenge for everything this man has done. His eye showed the insignificant fragment of God what happens when you mess with humanity. My boy moved on instinct, hung up my hands in conjuring flaming sword and shield, right behind you, Adam. Hey, don't forget about me, I'm in this fight as well. We stepped forward, arms and swung into our arm cannon. You should miss the minutes that I was trying to put the barriers for us. Oh, like I'm just gonna sit back while you do all the paying for me.
No chance.
I may not be pacifist. I know when it's time to speak for the fences. These guys had it too good for too long. Quote, and English on his face. I want to fight you, mate.
Actually.
Well, the bet is to fight again. Du kan her armkammen Dominion. Ja, der må han få sig beforklaret det flere først. Hvad then? You see what? We insects think they can do against the mountain. I mean, the same thing most Pokemon do. Going fuck up this mountain. So when I held out his hand, it began to glow with his energy. I will meet humbly and you get on your knees before God. His head had enough, and Adam has had enough, and with a burst of incredible speed, he rushed forward, swinging his sickle straight at Dominion. Dominion simply managed to dodge those silent waves his hand to retaliate against Adam. In a moment, though he was struck with a powerful orb of light, the other exploding moment struck the side of his face. He screamed. Jump and shot as the man's foot started giving me my opening. I was and swung up at him, taking as much of my energy as I could into my flaming sword. The man managed to step back. His coat has been slashed to shreds by my swing as he managed to avoid the directed. And wasn't giving him a moment to breathe out, flicking him and rapidly slashing away. As he tried to avoid Adam, I was on his other side, slashing my blade as well. At the same time, his father and I continued blast waited in his direction. With a combined efforts, the man was able to finally force to control his magic. He is appearing to block a blaze in the west from his cannon. Up west. The crowd with a deep-seated hatred that had attacked continued to crash with him, pushing him on the back foot. Crossfit up from the film making Easter egg more powerful than the listed mistakes danced with from a source. We could feed the generation film my veins, give me the strength to finish this fight once and for all. Problem was ever had but Utopia's ideas. To take out the madman who had always gotten his way. Was going to give the world what it needed. You insignificant mortals! How you defy your god? Stop being my god the day you betrayed everyone everything Utopia ever stood for. I will betray those ideas no longer. I'm sickly skilled with a bite that is launched the dominion. At the same time, I turned my energy into my blade. Then I go quietly as I put everything I had into this next strike. Mid's arm getting pumped and turned hot with energy, pick up a massively powerful blast. We'll take down Dominion. I raised my blade, the flames bursting, growing more intense. And I rushed forward alongside them, swinging our blades down on Dominion at the same time as Smith's fired again. Dominion raised his arms and tried controlling all magic he could, and I'm gonna stop the picker. And then stopping our attack, we'll find his arms are being bound by my powerful magic, more powerful than anything we could conjure. His eyes opened wide in shock as he turned. He saw how this had happened. The spell looking was forever able to something to throw and swing, as well as Cherry. We're using their magic to spend Dominion pace just long enough for the few of us to strike. Boom. Then I appeared on the opposite side where we had detected the other 5 weapons seeming. The explosion of Mid's cannon rocked the ground beneath us and charged Dominion in a huge cloud of smoke. It would take time for Dominion to appear from within the god. His hand trembled as he looked out at his body. The alpha blades that didn't have into his body and broken through his defenses and for what was been first in his entire existence. He felt pain. Dominion's cried, but damn as he stormed back. Frantically touching the savage marks we had made across his body, a trick of blood dropping from his hip. In your fittest being, it's like nothing had ever felt better from within him. He had never felt the seething, loving hatred like this before in all of existence. He has a chance to surrender Dominion. And his body's practically deserve him. With a pop combined, you cannot defeat us. No, I refuse. I refuse. Dominion's body trembled and suddenly the very realm around us trembled with him. I was stunned for a moment, not expecting an earthquake within Utopia, let alone one fueled by Dominion's rage. Dominion's eyes began to clear brilliant line as it reared its head up into the sky, and what the will of his being surrounded his entire essence. Everyone, get back! She screamed out in fury and forward, engulfing us in the light. The yank we were sent flying away from Dominion as his light began to engulf not just himself, but everything around him. I can't wait for this scene here. I recall as my vision finally returned to me. I look around to try and get my surrounding sense. Wait, are we back in limbo? Yes, unfortunately, Utopia is no longer safe for us to step foot inside. But what happened to Dominion? It was quiet for a moment before turning and looking up to the sky. My eyes fell behind. The clouds of flame were gone, replaced with a monster so huge it blots out the artificial sun. And the giant snake was it precious and vessel, attacking everything and everything indiscriminately. Blast of the wind distract everything. Utopia meaning more like. You can't believe a pigwig as the best of the wind strikes nearby. Holy shit. He's gone berserk. He like he constantly thought he was about to lose his making his final stand now. Looks like he's winged to destroy everything in its wake if it means winning. How do we stop that? I know how. Adam? Remember, it's hard to fight, but it's one that sticks out. You create a machine to fight the winning attack. The one to bring the fight to the minister. Call it the God Kill Machine. God Kill Machine? It says seems to light up a dimension. Inner techno surfacing. They need to chime back. Oh, please tell me to chime back. Yeah, nothing gets past you, most sadly is. It was amazing how, despite the devastation, the man had worked. This could still must have Guinness of green schooler. And she must intended fight the football surfing. In ground, which very near it. The machine should still be hidden in my workshop. And just to lose the fine shopping as its passes, you can find bring an end to Utopia's oppression. Yes, we are aware of this, Lucifer. Oh, it skipped out there. I was because he knows it's here. Because we are aware of this, Lucifer. And he was banned something, but not the exact details. It's beyond even my wildest dreams. They are swimming at him with pleasure. With the help of Jan and Lucifer, we rest for limbo in record time. The two surfing protecting us from the rampaging monster above. The lessons of limbo were frantically seeking shelter. Thankfully assisted by the Hell army that were escaping the destruction of Utopia. As from initial glance, it seemed most of the forces had made it out safely, but there was no way to know the casualty count until the war was over. Most surprising thought was the fact that it looked like some angels were helping out as well. They were riding magical ships to cover the shelters in limbo. I think the injured from Dominion's pass. Because not everyone in Utopia blindly followed Dominion's ambitions, especially now that he was rampaging like that. Utopia was going to be destroyed alongside Limbo. It seemed like there was no way the angels were going to stand for that. Endless past the survivors and into the aisle, and from one of the siders, and for several non-linear hallways. The final laughing is, gosh. Tell Lucy, come with me. You take this pause for that's for the machine. Okay, you and Mitch wait here. Once the machine is powered up, the control panel will appear, and I need you to pilot it. But what are we going to be doing? I've tracked the spring of the machine, keeping the energy flowing and making sure it doesn't fall apart. Don't worry, though, I know you'll do great.
Right on.
Makeshift Mac? I can probably handle that. But you can't, because I have no experience piloting something like this. That's been way easier than we realized. You have nothing to worry about. But half the universe depends on an inexperienced pilot. Someone can worry Hollywood about the screenplay. When the surfing figured this bit for a side door of the garage, leaving us to wait. We didn't have to wait long though. The sound of energy behind me began to fill the air. The earth began to light up from the corners of the room with divine seraphim light. Before a circle lit up on the floor, of the in the center of the room. From it, there was a dormant high-tech console with buttons and levers on it. Thankfully, the console had at least one button that was clearly to start with on it. So I pressed it. The room began to rumble in place, making me grab out of the console for stability. The light overhead caught and I was left in darkness as I felt everything began to shift and move around me. The world tumbled around us and I couldn't tell the garage was physically moving around me. Moved from where it had been once been to some new location. It took only a minute before I was finished. Once the lights came back on. And then I looked around. I realized the garage had completely transformed. It looked exactly like a mini quantum room now. filled with flashing lights, screens, and controls. And various stations. First fit the room for speakers, each of the screens flickering. Let's say aside, despite permanently on the center of the screen was to make quite a bit. Towering over Limbo like a mic, Hachu was a battle robot overflowing with divine energy. Its limbs connecting with heavenly light and growing as it become for afterlife that I have to visit. Behold! My creation brought to life, the God Killing Machine. Oh man, this is so exciting. Let's see what this puppy can do. Let's quickly restart for main control and start test on which it was. Didn't take long enough to get a few of the controls and get the machine pairing next to on several life. So spoiler should do. I think I got this baby figured out. But should I do? Yeah, you should take the main controls. For me, but wouldn't you be a baby? You won't be here without you, and I've given you the expensive time of search. Deserve to take him down the most. Well, though, if you said sorry, I'd be here to help you all the way. With weapons like that, how could I not? Whisper side equipped out of the controls, pressed them for far forward. As the make moved, I couldn't help but get the same sensation from it, like it was natural an extension of my own body. I feel magic from the controls flowing into my body. It felt warm, inviting and natural to control. It was so much easier to move to make than I had ever imagined. It was as if the magic flowing force towards what each button did before we pressed it. When Anne had pressed us with the says. The time machine raced for Limbo, pulling heavily with each gigantic footstep. It took big back here for the clear of any settlements so people were differing from Utopia, but we could see him there, looming in the distance. The man of his carriage across this bringing a giant beam of energy all across Limbo. I watched the beam see across land before erupting a geyser of explosions, carrying the very land where it pierced. It was 5 times to put an end to this once and for all. It didn't take long for the minutes, but the time machine, once it was close enough, stopped its rampage just long enough to what it was looking at. It made pointless way at Dominion Adam's fire squared from over the loudspeaker. This is that Dominion cannot defeat the combat man of man and serve him. These $1 and give utopia those who make life better for all. Dominion hæklede frem den salen ved, merely growled and hissed, before one landing lunging straight at us. Evasive maneuvers. You think the player swerved on the controls. The tramback is lumbering at my very desire. The tramback flew at us, but its massive force came crashing down we had been saying they make growing far faster than everything we simply should. With another yank of the controls, this powerful fist came flying through the iron web toward the man's body. We could taking the controls such as something I've been wired to for a long time now. Let me hit Marcus' body hard against the ground, I think you said. The measure of the make arm closed and his web his fight pulling him up and off the ground. It's having him hard into the ground once again. Oh, that felt good. But someone knew at the controls to do it again. Then lifted his head. With a powerful beam from its mouth straight at the mech. It crashed into us with a powerful explosion, went the whole machine. Yeah. Hold steady. Make what's the time for this much damage? Fire on. Then was right we had to focus. Equip the controls and bury them. Mids for power to arms. Maximum output, fastest charge. The arm of the mech burst with power, offloading his chest strokes from his elbow. Through the air with tremendous speed and force, wait for the man's stupid snake face. The man's mouth opened wide, banged down as his head came crashing into him. The snake was pushed back, and dragged for the little air as the fist continued to fire when as tight as he could. The giant snake's teeth brought down the end of the mech, reaching to pieces through the armor and causing lumps to bear all around us. The makes it done just enough with arm to ignite. Going back and launching another heavy punch straight into the inspire. The giant stick hissed and powered across the sky. The main took round several times before managing to sit into the same position. 8 giant magnificent wings held his back fragment with gearforce Vincent, lifting him into the air. When a loud piercing screech at him to snake the very primitive. The makes defensive swim forward as the booming shockwave of his power does, but by his entire body flying so fast that it does. Prepare for impact! The whole make blared and highlighted as the man came carrying towards us, came straight towards us. Her chest literally singing his entire body seemed to swerve me, being right around us, we were twisting back in our midst, and around the entire metal. His giant snake-like body quickly formed a powerful constriction, causing every alarm possible in the mech to go playing off all at once. He then fell up with a loud roar before banging down hard against the mech's chases. We're taking structural damage because they came before it has to make a part. Losing maximum output fire now. On it! Powerful surge of Seraphim filled the mech. The whole thing starting to glow more red. Maximum output. Maximum output! With the line quickly to full capacity, this saw mech gleaming in response. With the minute the mech was simultaneously, it was his hair and energy began flowing from the mech itself. In a blast of power, a giant pillar of flames erupted from the mech itself, engulfing both it and the man within it. The man screeched and roared, flaring as his whole body began burning from the wealth of his flames. He was fast untangling itself, rushing off to the distance as the flame span began to vanish. In the sky, bamboos emerged. The minute his thing roared, King Death at us. You feeble, insignificant worms! How dare you defy the fate itself? Prepare for your traitor's companions. You'll be left with nothing more than distant terrible memory. The only promise he ever does before us. Momo can't accept that the heroes alone healed him. It's time for you to step down to me. After this is your defeat. Utopia only needs a dictator shot to zero. This has been a long time coming. You've no one to blame but yourself. To stand, Dominion. It's an unanimous decision between Utopia, Limbo, and all of humanity. You are no longer needed. Dominion's fear had reached its peak. Anger deep within him, having long since bubbled to the surface, it was now overflowing. Do you think you can defy God? Then I'll show you what happens when you provoke the serpent. Dominion's mouth began turning within it. There are particles appearing from seemingly everywhere as he absorbed them. The alarms in the mech were blaring once more. This time miles of danger directly in front of us. He's channeling all his energy to one final attack. I'm not let it does anymore, but both places will be destroyed. How do we stop him? With our final all-out attack. The mech cloud tiny as it began bending itself, extending its arms out forward. As it began morph and twist, dropped me up alongside breastplate. Its energy began to accumulate in the same manner Dominion was. This is it, everyone! One fire attack for a fate of death. Lose your true and prime figure up in a small attack, hold nothing back. Okay, head on trigger. Wait for my signal. Got it! The mech queered and Jonas' energy began filling it up entirely. I could feel Lucian and Jonas' energies flowing faster and more powerful than they had before. Everyone get ready! The titanic beings faced down for a fate of everything. The man pulled his head back at a bit of light getting in his mouth, his neck bulging with the power of eternity. The man pulled his head back, a bit of light getting in his mouth, his neck bulging with the power. But threw his head forward. Fire! And fire beamed so bright, powerful that it blinded everyone as far as I could see. Put the trigger at the same time. Powerful make firing just as powerful. Two beams of pure, unparalleled power, spread to create the universe, actually made of limo. The wing crashed against everything with your hurricane force winds. The beams crashing, pushing against each other with tremendous force. Every alarm in the mech was going off all at once. The sheer force of power being felt was enough to set sweeping the mech of its other being. Do not falter! M's voice was like a whisper compared to our of beams that I think booms erupting across the afterlife. From all kinds of life, the struggle could be seen. The ship pounded the spec variant that of a newborn star. I felt my arms struggling, shaking, trembling, desperately trying to keep the beam flying. It was harder than I thought. My arm felt like it was going to split apart, break into 20 million pieces. The beam was holding fast and steady. A beam pushing back and forth against each other. Near of them this very landing. The very air for honors breaking apart and being destroyed before either of us let up. My arm couldn't keep this up. Ah! And just as I felt the guide with the peak of my struggle, felt the hand on top of mine. I've always been a loner. I did my best to make friends. They were never able to keep up with me. It was him when you're the smartest person, regardless of your age. It was when your kids found about us. That just naturally became self-sufficient. But you wanted to be with me anyway. Keep up with my hatchings regardless. The nights of hard work. Think of me when I was thinking of my next project, even wanting to make the world a better place to go. Show me that sometimes you can slow down to appreciate more things in life. Oh no, the more than everything, you're the most precious thing in the world. I will always be there for you. Mid swarms, with me and I couldn't help but smile around. Myself, human, I felt that warmth from my hand, had determination filling me and giving me more strength than any angel or demon ever could. Together we pushed for challenges together. The beam of light will make erupting in a surge of power. What? In a matter of seconds, the man's beam began being engulfed. Who is consumed by power to serve him a piece of human in the plan the smartest woman life full well in love. No! The lights pierced for dominion, shoved into an infinite white tower of creation could see its majesty. The man body was surrounded, completely engulfed in our power. He screamed and swore in harm pain as his body began to vanish. Consumed by a light of divinity, the minion's screams echoed into the air before finally fell in silence. We were somewhere in limbo. In the empty quiet garden that is nature. Palm form grace in divinity. An office for myself. He just struggled to stand up and keep himself upright. I stopped leaning against the tree, unable to move. Those heavens ruined everything. Could just happen. He tried to regain his breath to push down and immerse it. So when he looked up on it, see, it was 40 walking up to him. Puppet. Oh, thank goodness, not all is lost. We have to regain our strength. We have to stop them. We have to. Sorry about this. Yes, the puppeteer quick was there and shook head. I'm sorry, my lord. But the bear's over. There's nothing left for us to do. No, don't say that. We can save him. We can stop them. We can. Our son took his hand to us and changed his wisdom. Be not afraid, my dear sword. For you shall face. Therefore, as for hell alone. And minutes eyes go right at the word. They him to fear. For the very first time, and from the ground out the hands of them. Fire and brimstone filling their feet. Sharp fire, agony, pain, and fear and terror. As well as both sit by and drag deep underground. It was quiet. I felt warm. You could feel my consciousness all return to me. It's very as I was pressing in someone's lap. I opened my eyes. Saw the most beautiful woman looking down at me with his one smile. Hey there, sleepyhead. There's one when you might wake up. Yeah, but chuckle swam warmly for here. Such a watch. Want to when I'm so comfortable. I scared that I ended off the warmth in my voice. She gently stroked the hair on my head as a leader, a better beautiful visage. Love in mine. The warm glow of the emerald sun was beginning to set. Harry Mitch had a beautiful warm long night. It made me realize how truly fortunate I was, how much I had to again since coming here. It's hard to believe just how lucky I am, truly am. I get to be here with you, mate. And with everything that's happened here, everything we've been through, in the end I got to be together with you. It's a wonderful dream come true. I love you, miss. I could see Miss flash in. The smile was wonderful and warm as I could imagine. And I thought I'd feel despair about someone either. I mean, I never discounted moments as supposed to be, just never thought about it much. And to think I'd find it upside down is almost too crazy to think about. I'm glad that I offered to my smile bond, warm filled my chest and started staring into eyes. I then closed my eyes and let myself linger in the moment. Tried for a long time as it would last. But I never wanted this moment to end. Even though it tipped the universe, the highest power of story was still yet to come. The utopia and restoration form, Brand as it came to be known, began shortly after Dominion's fall. The Cherub and Lucifer met with the intent of to bring utopian society up to date with modern society as well as to educate people on the reality of the world they lived in. When many were initially opposed, it became obvious that the way of life wasn't necessarily being taken away, just more options were being added. The First Nations were given permission to investigate affairs. The moment the city streets was but quickly and it became a tourist destination in no time. I would have said hard tourist destination. Not that, but family long since separated by the utopia had the right to be finally able to see each other. New technology was spread for the utopia faster than people could keep up with it. And internet communication became the standard. The real culture shock was getting TV in utopia. Not that the utopia didn't have its own media, but had quicked it up to them. Of course, the technology boom of utopia always was led by none of them itself, was head researcher and developer of all things utopian tech related. Let's see, we got phones introduced, high-speed internet, more appliances, high-definition television. What did I actually give to them? What should be next? More vacuums, maybe? We can get those important from here if need be. Maybe we should focus on something more substantial. Without this need cloud dependency since they can fly anywhere. I admit I'm kind of funny on the moment. If you're alone, this must make time for a vacation. You think so? Well, you promised me you would take one with me at some point, and before I'd done so much for Utopia, so maybe it would be a better time than now. I suppose it did. Been so fun working with you though, I guess I let time fly. Just me have loved working together with you too. Took me a hand in my own, trying to squeezing it and give me a warm smile. I love how smart you are. I love how dedicated you are. I love how much you enjoy helping other people. and they have been helped. So let's go help ourselves a little bit. We charge our brains and come up with some new ideas of what utopia could use. You know, just a base ago. It took us for 2 weeks when to get away in hell. I look surprised at them. But when you get have time to get this, because it looks well, because it pays up connections. It's good to be redeemed by any time too, so all I need is a yes. You can smile warm for me. It's always going to be a yes for me, Michael. I squeezed my hand tightly back. I had heard from how strong she was, but that was something I loved about it too. And let's get enjoy a romantic vacation together. I didn't think his mates clinging to return the kiss as well. About the people of Limbo and Utopia realized if everyone around despair. Again, spent everything day with the woman I loved most in the world. Even think of a happier ending. So that's Repurpose. That's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next, it was Rosalina, I can't remember. Rosita, but yeah.